What is up, Nate? You were in quick. Why is my stuff freezing up? There we go. Okay, finally, I think it's set up. And Nate and Kevin and Rick and Jim, what is up? We got Gary, Otto, Volkswagen Queen, Dollop, AOL days. May spent to work on my models and VW, bug 3 of them. That's cool, Mikey. And Scott, what is up? Sue, I'm just trying to catch up here. Bob and Matthew. Oh, it's Monday there already. You're ahead of time. Let me see here. There we go. Okay, I got Bob, I got Otto, I got Chris, James, Lisa, and Whipley VW, and Backyard Combi. Greg, how are you, my friend? And just make sure I don't miss anybody. I don't like to do that. And we have Sandrail and Air Cold. I'm trying to see here. I gotta make this bigger. Old people eyes alert. Just about set up. I actually fell asleep and I got up late. I'm allowed. And Kevin, love you too. Thank you for being here. And Carol, how are you tonight? Annabelle, hello to you. And we have V Bug Bite Utah. I bet I know where you're at. Rick, what is up? Kevin, and I think I got everybody. I don't like to miss anybody. I just feel it's disrespectful. So I try to make sure I catch everybody in time. But I hope everybody's weekend has gone well. And please smash the like button. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. It really helps out a lot with the algorithm. And we have Joe stopped in Jackson's Garage. How are you? I hope you're getting lots done. And there we go. I think I'm pretty much set up now. I spent the day actually sanding down a table. Had nothing to do with the car. But it's okay. I don't know if any of you have near you Habitat for Humanities. I don't know if it's a Pennsylvania thing or if they're everywhere. And Liam was stoked with your plug to us and the bloopers. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad he caught it. It was towards the end of the video, but I like to bring folks up. I really honestly do. And Buzz Chop Top, how are you? Chop Top, I like that. Wished I had the nerve to build one. It's been hell with the autism. Oh, I'm sorry, Lisa. I know you're dealing with that. That's not a fun thing. I'm very, very sorry. I really am. That is difficult. Kevin, yep, big Thanksgiving dinner here with all the club members. Wouldn't that be cool though? Really? I mean, honestly, it really would. Tad Terrence Timor, what is up, brother? How are you? And Alida, 46 and 30. We still need some like buttons pushed there. And Mr. Triano, whoop, screen jump. There we go. It's dinner time here on the left coast, so putting my posting will be limited. But I appreciate you sitting back and listening. That's awesome. I really do. Ricky Trooper Habitat is here in Missouri. Okay, I didn't know if that was just like a Pennsylvania thing. That's my stupidity. But I picked up a antique dining room table there, the kind with the you have the design on top. I forget what that's called. They do it on wood floors too, for $1. A whole dollar. And it's I sanded it all down today and it looks brand new. But Heather's going to stain it because when I try to stain stuff, I end up tagger striped and all that. It's terrible. It's horrifying, you know. But then again, I can only do what I know how to do, and that's color. I do coloring books. One of the bug day, inspect oil leak main seal, and surprise, I found only 4 engine mounting bolts are installed holding the engine in. Will you oh, one of the 4. I missed that. I'm sorry. Yeah, you might want to add 3. Did you post something about the D-bolt from the starter just laying there, or wasn't that you, James? There's a lot of messages on a group sometimes, and I apologize. I do get confused with that. We live in Massachusetts. Lots of my buddies grew up in habitat homes. And you know what? It's amazing that all the stuff they have in our dressers. And I mean, I can really not fit much more in my house, but the dining room table we had to have. And I didn't even know it was a dollar. I figured it was 20, 30, 40, $50. And when he said a dollar, I'm like, wow, hope it fits in the SUV. Uh, but it definitely was worth a buck. I mean, I don't buy antiques to gain money. That's not my goal. If anything, I'd refinish it and give it to a family. But so we got a new dining room table we're working on. How much fun is that? We have a Christmas party coming up in about 2.5 weeks. So I'm trying to get everything done before then. We haven't had a Christmas party in like 100 years. See, now you know how old I am now. Great weekend. Actually got some work done in the garage. And for the intake 6-cylinder, all clean up. Around the bug, you should have seen the sand dust under the car, at least 4 cups. And Nate, I'm sure you had a mask on, my friend, which I know you probably did. I had seen your video today with the heater. That actually is nice, in all honesty. That looked different than the ones I'm accustomed to seeing. So I thought that was awesome. I got to figure out a way because I got to paint sections of the car, like fenders, then the doors, and blah, blah, blah. But once I have that big electric heater that hangs from the ceiling, not energy efficient, but it's okay. Uh, I limit the garage over to winter, a couple times a week. But I got to open my window to vent the paint fumes out, but keep the heater running. Is it safe to leave an electric heater running with painting? I don't think it would cause a fire that I'm aware of. Habitat in Ohio, and we had a Louisiana as well. Oh, okay, Chris. See, I didn't know. I didn't know if that was like our area just had something like that, but I can't believe they tear a lot of these old homes down. The stuff that they bring in there, like fireplace mantles from the late 1800s, you can get them for like $100. So it's really, really, really a good idea, and it helps folks. Dave at Buster's Travel, what's up, brother? Bloopers were great. Check that video out. Thank you. I had fun putting that together. As some of you know, I've had some back trouble lately. I'm very, very honest about stuff, and that's why you're seeing a little bit of an oddness to the videos. Although I'm going back to work this week in a garage because I'm just going to have to deal with it. I have a bulging disc. Yay. So it's pinching a nerve, which makes things a little weird for me. But, I'm pretty open about stuff like that. But that's why you're seeing some of the videos you did, like blooper videos and stuff like that, is to try and keep things a little bit alive, until I heal completely, which I don't think that's going to happen. But yeah, we just called Habitat yesterday. They would come pick up 10 items that we're donating. Bob, that's awesome. And I'm glad everything came together with the new house for you and Vicky. I really mean that. And I know moving's not fun. I don't want to move again. I do, but I don't. Like to come to where it's warm somewhere. As you get older, the cold's not very exciting. I mean, when Santa comes, it's cool, and then after that, it's like, nah. But that's nice of you to donate. It really is. It helps a lot of folks. Neil, what is up? Does anyone know how much you need to narrow the beam to make it the same width as the rear? That's a good question, Kevin. That I cannot answer for you. Mine is a 2-inch narrowed, and that's a good question. I'd have to actually be up near the car to know because I already have a 2-inch narrowed, and I could probably answer that question, but I'm not in a garage tonight. Go figure, because sometimes I go live from the garage. And thank you, Gary B4G. I appreciate that. I don't show bloopers normally, but I do show mistakes. I don't edit out mistakes or if something goes wrong or I'm getting frustrated, and I like to show the struggle. But the goof ups, I usually just don't put them in, but they're always backed up onto an extra external hard drive. And I thought, you know what? While I'm down right now, I figured I hope nobody minds. I'll go ahead and launch all those bloopers. And it was very interesting to edit that video because I then realized how much fun it may look frustrating to you when I goof up, But when I'm watching them myself and editing the video, I think, you know what? This is fun because it's real. It's not a gimmick. It's not fake. I don't claim to know everything. And I have a lot of fun, putting those videos together. It makes me smile. And then sometimes it makes me frown like, was I really had to redo that like 10 times before it came out of my mouth properly? Parquet inlay, that is it, Chris. Thank you, sir. I could not remember the name of that. And I can't show you, I can't show you it now, obviously, but I was shocked because there was scratches like somebody had gouged into it. And Heather's like, I want that. We'll make it prettier. We'll put a nice tablecloth on it. And I thought, well, okay, it's $1. I don't really care. But when I sanded it down, I put it on my Facebook. I was like, wow, this is beautiful. They don't make stuff like this anymore, sadly. And my son being woodworker, even he is like, wow, the new stuff is just junk. And it really is, honestly. Previous owner must have had the engine out and only put the D-bolt back in, left the rest out. So we've been driving around with that and only have a 1 engine bolt installed. Wow, good thing you didn't have like a stroker motor and doing a burnout or something. You know what, though? John, what is up? Welcome in. Truthfully, I'll be honest with you, nothing surprises me anymore. That's why I'm kind of thankful in a 68 when I opened the trunk. Well, there wasn't a trunk really on it when I got it, but that's a good video to watch if you scroll back a few videos. The 68 from the time I picked it up to the time it got here was a fun video to put together. But the wiring on it was perfect. Nobody monkey goofed the wiring up, which I was really surprised. It looked like it was still from the factory. And I mean, there was rust and rot, that already. That's all gone mostly now. But some cars I've gotten, I'm not making fun of nobody. I'm really not. But I think, wow, what was this last guy thinking doing this stuff? And again, it's not to put anybody down. That is not my goal. But you just wonder sometimes, like, man, you shouldn't have touched a car, or maybe ask for help, stuff like that. But John, I hope you're having a great evening, my friend. And Kevin is saying hello to Bob and Dave. Sounds like a restaurant, Bob and Dave's. We'll have to look into that. Thanks, community. Lee is starting to really troubleshoot and seeing success. Bug would start the other day after school. After some investigation, he realized he knocked out 2 fuses. And see, you know what, Toby? That's awesome. I'm talking to VW Bug Bite. That is awesome because he's so young. I believe Liam's 16 now. I'm almost 100% sure on that. Maybe 120%. But, it's nice when they learn young. Like I said, I was 14 in the garage with my dad, actually 12. And that wasn't by, request. I had to help when he was working on stuff, which was fine. And not that I know everything. I never will. But it's nice to start young because by the time he's 18, 19, 20, he's going to be on his game with it real quick. I mean, I think it's something that's lost now in society is, we need a lot more mechanics, plumbers, electricians, trades. It looks like we had the same type of day. I started sanding my dresser. I was wondering about that, Scott. When I talked to you last night, you said you wanted to get on that today. And today was actually a nice day for that, in all sincerity. Let me see here. I'm probably really far behind because I talk. And WA, welcome in. And put the fuses back in, and it was ready to rock again. That is awesome. And Whipley, how many people we got in here? Oh, there's 63 already. Okay, make sure you hit the like button, folks. Please hit the like button. It really helps with the algorithm. It actually recommends people to see the video, is what it does. And let me see here. And Jim Lorish, what is up? I wonder why it says MR9JJ. I think Jim's a spy. What is up, brother? And by the way, the Blu-ray video is fantastic. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do. Like I said, I thought it was fun to edit. It really was. It was a lot of fun to see that. I wouldn't leave the heater on during painting. I believe they have a big coil that stays hot, so I'd even let it cool down for at least 10 minutes before you spray. Okay, thank you, Nate. I knew you'd be the one to ask. I don't know what else to do to keep it warm in the garage safely while the window's open with a little fan in it pulling the fumes out. So I don't know what to do there. I'll get it figured out though. I just don't know what heat I can use. But I was wondering because when you do look up in there, Nate, you can see it's real red. And I'm like, red equals, flame kind of in its own way. HVAC in most cities across the US, some in Canada. Thanks, Rick. Yeah, like I said, I didn't know if that was just, you know, like a Pennsylvania thing. I had no idea. Back trouble? Get a gantry crane. The one I just bought saved my rabbit joints tonight getting the engine in a stand. What is that? Gantry crane. I don't know what that is. I apologize. I've never heard of that before. Uh, I've been doing stupid stuff like lifting the engine, carrying it across the garage. I should have never done stuff like that. But so it's been a little while. It's been coming on the back stuff. And Blair, hi all, with the consensus on running thermostat or not in a dry climate like the Southwest. Actually, Blair, I did 2 or 3 videos on it. If you go to my playlist, you'll see thermostat, and I did a couple of videos explaining that. I like to run them, I'll be honest with you, and I won't get into a big thing on here, but I like running them because it lets the cylinders and everything warm up, the jugs warm up properly and slowly like they're supposed to. Uh, Without a thermostat, it takes forever, which can cause premature wear, etc. I like running them. They're there for a reason, in all sincerity. Hey, Slade, Michael has bulging his neck. Oh, he says it was like Ed Sullivan. Remember? Oh, I remember Ed Sullivan. Yeah, I do. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're really being showed. Ooh, I got carried away. Wayne, what is up, brother? And that stinks, Mike, because the neck, though, wow, I couldn't imagine that. That would not feel very good at all. Let me see. We're counting down. We have 14 days left here. Wow, you're almost there, Bob. Wow, it's game time. That went quick. I remember when you're kind of waiting on everything to work out. That Stuart Warner South wind heater really puts out the heat fast. It's similar to the Bug Bus unit made by Stuart Warner, just bigger. Nate, is that something I can run with spray painting? Wow, my brain's stuck. There's something usual. I imagine that's why you might have said that, Nate. I'm not sure, brother. 59 watching, 38 likes. Wow, is that it? Let's get on keep on poster, everyone. Yeah, please. Only 38 likes and 59 watching. Please hit the like button. Please, please. It only takes 2 seconds to do to keep these live chats going. And Lloyd, good evening to you. And Blair, definitely run thermostat and flaps. Yeah, that's what I always say too, in all honesty. I got to change my name to show my first name. I know who you are, though. That's cool. It is cool. I only got through a few minutes till I got here, and I'm just trying to catch up. How was the chiropractor? Not very good, Jim. I mean, I'm sure he's good at what he does, but healing a bulging disc, I don't think a chiropractor is going to do it by just cracking my hips. So I'm going to go ahead and do some things I found online first because I don't really want to get surgery if I don't have to. It's a quick, easy surgery, but I'm going to see if I can heal it first myself. And Kevin, what is up? Welcome in. Thanks, Kevin. I appreciate it. I probably should leave the bloopers in when I'm filming, but people get weird. They're like, just get to the point in the video. I can't sit here that long. So you never know what to do. You know what I mean? Correct way you tell Miss Heather, I have to edit this out. Oh, Chris, she's a hoot. I love Heather to death. She's been the best wife. But filming with her, oh, it's like a little game starts in the background, like do 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 do. I'm like, uh-oh. Let me see here. Thank you. I've been looking up powder coat. Thanks, lad. And Slade, I got my ball joints removed successfully after watching your video. I only hit my hand with a hammer once. Wow, I wasn't bad. That was less than I did, but didn't break anything. That's awesome. I'm glad the video helped you. There's a way of doing stuff, and I try to show the best that I can anyhow, how to use just average tools in your garage to get stuff done. That's why I didn't use a bearing puller on my swing axle to get the bearings off. I showed how to do it differently because not everybody has money to be just burning and, going and buying specialty stuff. So I'm glad it was helpful, the process that I did on that. Did you find spring plates yet? I need to get some ordered, but seems everyone is back ordered right now. Oh, great. No, I didn't know that. No, I didn't get mine yet because I'm going to do one more click on the passenger side and I won't film it because everybody will get bored at this point. I mean, I guess, I don't know. I'm doing an oil video this week. But that'll raise some eyebrows. But if I do go ahead and order, it will be this week, Jackson's. I'm gonna probably step on and get the adjustable plates because then I can literally just tweak it. It seems like I get it level, and then when I roll the car back and forth, I come up the next day and I look and I'm like, really, not again. It like settles, and that's frustrating. Stepped into New World yesterday, picked up a 66 double. The engine case has a 444 number on the case near the alt stand. Anyone got any tips? I don't have my chart near me because I do need a chart to look at that stuff, Kevin. But if you post on our Facebook group, then we can all look it up. You know what I mean? Unless somebody wants to look while I'm on here because I can't access or I'll knock myself out of the chat. Oink. Bob Murray comedy team. And Chuck Dunn, how are you? Welcome aboard. Now we have 46 likes and 63 watching, so please smash the like button, please. And back in the 60s. Yeah, I said back in the 50s in one of them videos, and I thought it wasn't even around in the 50s. Where'd that come from? Hey, good to see you too, Beef Soda. Thank you for being in here. Mr. Barnhart, how are you, Doug? I'm glad you stopped in. That made my night. See, I like making it a little earlier like this at 8 p.m. Eastern because I think a lot more people can stop by. I like Doug's cat. He has a beautiful, beautiful gray cat. We're friends on Facebook. That's how. I'm not like peeking in his windows or nothing weird. For a heat, try Chinese diesel here. Mine works great. Yeah, and I didn't know if in fact a diesel heater, fuel, paint fumes, boom. I didn't know if that could happen with the diesel heater. Go rhythm, it's really got rhythm, the rock and roll rhythm. Go rhythm, ACDC. Otto's partying over there. Stuart, what's up, Mr. Jenkins? How are you? In New Zealand? Oh, wait, from New Zealand on vacation in Louisiana. Well, you're having yourself a nice time, aren't you? 63 watching, 59 likes. Much better. We are getting there. Thank you. No, I didn't get the tens unit yet. I didn't get one. I didn't realize Heather had one and got shocked to death and said that wasn't much fun. But I probably, when I get a little extra change, I'll probably grab one, to be honest with you. I gotta try to heal myself first if I can. I'm more into doing stuff that way. The crane looks like a mini hoist with an I-beam across the top of with a chain hoist. And I can't think who Bob's talking to there. The crane looks like a mini hoist. I don't know if I said something to have him say that. Oh, old age setting in. Yikes. Got to get my act together. I got to take Geritol. You mentioned heating and fumes. I run my kerosene heater, never had a problem. Yeah, watch with that, Scott, because that flame's pretty wide open on that one, brother. I don't want to see nothing happen with you spraying, If you want to leave from bulging disc finder chiropractic does decompress therapy, you'll not be sorry. I've had L5. World of difference after one session. And Kevin, there you have it. I had said to Heather when I come out, well, he snapped my neck, and that didn't sound right. And he, Mitch, Mr. Miller, how are you? And he cracked my hip, and I'm like, I have a bulging disc. I can't feel the ground. My feet are numb. Can we work on that? Well, you'll be fine with what we're doing, and then come back every 30 minutes. And I thought, why didn't he do decompression? I thought that was odd. So thank you, Kevin. That might be worth me calling around on, because if I can get decompression therapy, well, then that won't hit the nerve no more. And you already know that, I guess. But thank you, Kevin. That's a good question that I can ask when I call around, because I would like to go that route. Can you put the heater outside and use ductwork dryer hose similar to propane? And you know what, Jim? Funny you said that because I thought a torpedo heater. Darren, I wonder where you are. Thanks, brother. I thought about one of them torpedo heaters, but outside, and then cut a hole with, like you said, dryer vent ductwork or something. Because if it's just blowing in through the hole, and that will heat the garage fast, the torpedo, I believe I can leave that running because the unit's outside, and maybe Nate can touch base with that too. The ductwork's coming in, say, through the garage door at the bottom or anything, but that's blowing in. Nothing's sucking in where it would suck paint fumes in. So that is a thought. I was thinking about that with a torpedo heater doing that. I see them all over the marketplace for like $100. Let me see. Auto RU and James. I love to have a thermostat, but every engine I've had has the vanes and thermostats removed. Frowny face. Anyone want to get rid of theirs? I don't think I have any extras, James, but I can look for you. I'll have to look. If not, maybe the salvage yard when I'm down there, because you'll need the whole setup, obviously. Also, the Samba classifieds. If you go there, a lot of times you will find stuff. Don't forget the Hoover bit. Oh yeah, absolutely. You could definitely run that heater mounted outside. I'll tell you, in your garage, you only get hot air inside and all combustion outside. And that's what I was wondering, Nate, because I my screen just jumped. I really hate when that happens. And I don't use the word hate. Yeah, exactly, Nate. Because if I had the torpedo outside and then the ductwork, even under the garage door and the rest cardboarded closed, it'd be pretty nice and toasty in there while I'm spraying. I could probably get a lot done. So that's what I figured. I just wanted to get a few people to verify that. If not, that would be a really weird video like this, just boom. Although I guess I wouldn't be able to upload a 10. Let me see. I'm hanging her auto, and I hope you are, Alita. Didn't want to ask and upset, or anything. And Schmoke, how are you? And Urkel Boxers, to your hang up UPS machine work good for fixing the discs in my neck. You know, everybody's brought a couple things up like that, and I that's why I think it gives me hope that I know I can fix this on my own. It might take a little time and a little pain, but I don't want to go under the knife if I don't have to. So I appreciate everybody's input on this because it's kind of weird not feeling the ground. And I know what it is. It's the disc hitting the nerve. The best was the towel one. Bob, that's everybody's favorite. That was a while ago. I mean, I think that was like 4 years ago or something. I don't even remember. I remember it like it was yesterday though when it happened. I'm like, oh crap. I pulled out a bath towel while Heather's in the garage. Started laying much in the garage, finding my glove box brackets. That's okay, Dadu. You at least made it in, and I appreciate that. Those brackets shouldn't be bad in a glove box, in all sincerity, unless I'm missing something. This is Michael Rona, by the way. I don't know when they started the different name. I knew it was you, Mike, by your little, what's that called, an avatar or something? The tiny photo. But yeah, I noticed some people's names are altered slightly, but I thought you guys did that. I didn't know that kind of got wonky, Oil, I'd rather walk on quicksand. I got to do an oil video. Everybody keeps asking about it, so that'll be this week's video. Plus, I'm doing, especially for Liam and Toby, I'm doing the engine compartment seal. I got my new seals from West Coast Metric, or maybe Wolfsburg West, one of the two. So I'm going to do the engine compartment seal. So there will be two videos, oil video, engine compartment seal. I'm going to show a couple tricks with the seal for the engine compartment. Hopefully help some people out, But the oil video was wanted, so I'll do it, cause some controversy, and people fight and scream and yell and call me an idiot. But yeah, I don't care. Daughter and son-in-law just left the grandkids, came down and cooked us dinner for my birthday. It helped me get through the day because of it. I know, Chris. I'm really sorry, brother. I seen your beautiful puppy on Facebook. That broke my heart. That is never ever an easy thing. Never. I seen your prior post where you were like you were sitting with your pup and a couple things you'd said. And I thought, oh God, please don't let him go through this. And unfortunately you did. And I apologize for that. That's a very difficult thing. I've been there before. It's never easy because dogs don't judge anybody. They just love you to death. And I'm not telling you anything that you don't know, my friend, but I have my Lily and I dread that day because I don't do very well. Kids and animals, man, it's like, please let them just live forever and be safe and happy. It's hard. It's very hard. I know that. You can always sit the back of your 68 slightly lower, put air shocks on the back, perfect ride height. And you know, Nate, funny you brought that up. Yes, I like bugging you, Nate. I love you, buddy. I was thinking, okay, hold on to your butts here. If I avoided I got to watch with the money. I've gotten out of control. I don't even know how many dollars and thousands and millions I have into this car, and I do need to achieve other things before I'm, gone. But I was thinking about putting air shocks on. I'm only a half inch off, but I was thinking about running separate lines instead of the T fitting so I can control each shock in the back. I know they ride a little rough, but I don't really care about that. Beetles don't ride like an Eldorado or Cadillac. But I was thinking about instead of the T fitting, running separate lines, and then I can until I get it right where I need it. I had to do that little air noise. So that's something it's funny you brought up air shocks because I didn't even look to see for the 68 who sells them and the price and, stuff like that. And let me see. Edward Lake said he pulled the body off. New to me, 66. Congratulations to you. That is awesome. You only broke one bolt. That was pretty good. Ed, was that one of the bolts on the front firewall over the Napoleon's hat? Because I always break one of them off, usually two. Can't stay for long tonight. Heads up. I'll be in live Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern. Okay, Schmoke. And 65 likes. We're on top of it. Thank you, everyone. We made it happen. And thank you. We got 59 people in here, which is awesome. And we had totally get what you mean about back issues. I got them around my neck and upper back on December 1st. I'll let you know what they find. Please do, James. I know that's not fun. That is just not fun at all. I really, really, I never really had back troubles, like I do now. But I guess it's for me being stupid and not working smart, which I plan on doing. You know what I mean? So, let me see here. I enjoyed the blooper video. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. I do. Like I said earlier, it was fun to make it, edit it together, or whatever you call it. Hey, fighting a nasty respiratory infection, but getting close to the end, I think. Well, that's a good thing, Mitch. Be careful with that. I mean, honestly, respiratory, and I don't know how old you are, and it's none of my business, obviously, but I've had some respiratory issues in the past, and it kicks you in the butt. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, the chiropractor wasn't much fun in all sincerity. Clinton, what is up? And been working a lot today. That's good for the mind, in all honesty, unless you know, meditate. Was an Hannibal Lecter a chiropractor before he was a cannibal? I don't know, Carol. Mike's even looking now going, what? Have you heard about one of those teeter tables that flips you upside down? Rick, that's funny. I was looking on a marketplace for them because I figured that's extreme decompression where you hang upside down and twist back and forth. If I can find one cheap, I may try that. That's decompression. I think that's what they would do with the chiropractor, and that's extreme decompression. My luck, I get stuck upside down or something, and that'd be a new blooper video, I guess. But the entry crane I was describing. Oh, okay, Bob. Okay, sorry about that. There's so much flying down in the chat, and I'm trying to catch up with it. And what's your FB group page name again? Slades VW Community is the Facebook page, and lots of great people on there. We don't deal with nonsense. I got good admins in there and moderators watching. It's very family friendly. No stupidity. You'll like it. You really will. Bever Diva, here's his way to go for the garage. Torpedo her to just add to the fumes. That's teeter hangups inversion machine. My phone auto corrected. Oh, okay. And the diesel heater, the only thing I found, I have a 14 by 23 garage with, well, I shortened the ceiling down to 8 feet because all the heat was escaping out of the peak. So I put a fictitious ceiling in. The 8K diesel heater, I don't know. It didn't seem to really do that big of a job. And I don't know if they make it bigger than an 8K, but it didn't really do what I needed it to do. That, and I know what you're saying about the fumes. I was hoping with the heater outside, the torpedo heater, and just the throat of it coming in that blows the heat, I was hoping there wouldn't be as many fumes. But I know that's wishful thinking, isn't it? Because I figure it's pulling fresh air, but I don't know if I'm accurate on that. I'm waiting on an inch apartment still. The bonus is the oil video for I need to change it soon. Yeah, and Alita, it's going to be a big debate video. I'll do probably a 20-minute video on it, explaining the different oils. I'm actually going to go to the store and film in there until they throw me out and show different oils that are available. And then I'm going to go up in the garage and do a cartwheel, Well, not till my back's better, but if you ever see me trying to do a cartwheel, just stop me because I can't do one. Let me see. James over thermostat bracket last year. Okay, he's talking to James and had the surgery. Excuse me, apologize. On L5 18, and then 3 to 5 Sooners. If not, my inversion table doesn't have to be an expensive model, just 2 or 3 minutes in the morning and evening. Thank you, Clinton. That's weird that some of your nicknames are changed. It's really weird, but I am going to recheck the marketplace because if I go to a chiropractor, they're going to do decompression, and for what little I could probably spend online to grab one used, I may be able to start decompression. Long story short, I watched a guy on YouTube doing decompression exercises for a bulging disc. Dr. Marcus Welby, I don't know what his name was, but it kind of was almost like using one of them, and then he was on a counter letting his hips hang, and I thought inversion table would make sense to me. Torpedo heater would have more fumes, possible contaminants that will cause fisheye. Bob, why'd you make me feel bad now? Bob's like, I will terminate him. I didn't think about that, in all honesty. I just got to get that garage warmed up to even the mid 60s for a little while, just so I can spray a fender, spray another fender, reheat the garage, spray another fender. Like I can do it in steps, you know what I mean? So there's got to be a safe way. At Darren, it's definitely millions in that car. It doesn't take long though. Well, you think, oh, it's a Beetle. Them days are gone. Very far behind us. Let me see. I couldn't pass it up. Let me see. Here's millions. If you thought about airbags instead of shocks, I imagine that. I mean, I'd love to, Rick, but I'll bet airbags wouldn't be a very cheap option for me, on that. I control mine side to side with air shocks. It's a pain. They bleed off a little from time to time. I'm changing to adjustable plates. Jackson, that's the only thing I had a problem with. Excuse me. When I had my Valiant years ago, I had air shocks on it. In the summer, not as bad, but when it got just a little bit cooler out, I'd come up and I'd see the car sagging in the back a little. I'm like, really? I don't remember this when I was young back in the day. I think back in the day I ran Gabriel Hijackers, even had a little sticker with a rabbit on it, and I stuck it on my dad's quarter panel of his car. I found out that wasn't a good thing to do. He was pretty angry. He's like, you put it on a glass, boy, not the body. So I never did that again. Lonnie, welcome in, dear. How are you? And no spam, no promoting, no sales. Thank you, Heather. And those decompression things look kind of funny, honestly. Fun. Yeah, I mean, long as I don't get stuck hanging upside down, then, that'll be nice. Slater retired. I got a 59 and a half, and I've been retired for almost 3 years. More time to work on cars. Yes, actually, I am. And I try to help volunteer some work now and help people in their cars when possible. Not in the winter, though, because I don't like being outside in the cold no more like I used to. No shoes, no shirt, no problem. Hope you get back better. I've had lower back surgery, my fifth vertebrae of my neck replaced with cadaver bone. Thanks, Chris. I mean, I don't think I really am bad enough to get surgery right now. I hope, I just need to work with it and try to heal it myself if it's possible. They say it is. We'll find out. Oh, Doug, I know. When I get on a marketplace, I like prepare myself psychologically, go to therapy, see a psychiatrist, then I get on the marketplace. It's you never know what you're going to get on there. I've messaged people and agreed to a term, a price, and then they never answer again. And I'm like, what the heck? Don't you want to set? And then they relist it. And I'm like, okay, that was weird. I feel like I'm entering the twilight zone when I get on a marketplace. And Ice Racket, howdy to you. And very good community. Yes, yes, yes. And let me see. Schmuck, I'm going down. And the best way to use the inversion, it was do then roll into bed. Your disc won't recompress. I've tried it all, even surgery after the decompression was by far the best outcome. And Kevin, that's what I want to hear. And somebody said pretty much close to what you did about the decompression. Can pull the disc back and then get into bed, lay in bed, watch TV, fall asleep, repeat process daily. So you're giving me a little hope there. Even the guy I watched said, do decompression, watch how you sit. If you sit straight up, which I'm slouching now, put something behind your lower back. And I was like, okay, this is going to work. So maybe the decompression table is definitely the way I really need to do that then. You give me hope. You really do, in all honesty. YouTube showing handles now instead of channel names. Yeah, I see that. That wasn't like that last week. Let me see here. You can supplement the diesel heater with an electric space heater. Mainly one if you like thick insulation on top of the garage ceiling. Yeah, I have pink board across the garage ceiling, and that has made a huge difference because honestly, I was losing so much heat going up to the peak of the roof, and then, hey, I've got a vented roof, so there went my heat. So I changed that definitely. Mr. Kirkpatrick, how are you, sir? Thank you for coming in. Nice to see you. I have lower back sciatica issues. My neighbor used to have that. Rico, he had that sciatica issues, and I don't think it was very much fun. I was chopped up thinking about getting a mini split ductless heat pump, put heater in my 33x6 shop. Anyone else use that? Buzz, it's funny. Uh, is that the ones that look like a big fan outside of the garage and it does heat or cool? Because some company sponsor offered me a complete heating system, but it was like a funny look at one that sat outside like your AC units would, but it supposedly did heat too. And I answered them and they didn't answer back. So I don't know what happened with that, but I could re-email them. Slade, we pulled air shocks off somebody, but we're still working. You're welcome to them. They will work for you. Well, thank you, Carol. I appreciate that. I may take you up on that sincerely. I would like to slam air shocks on her because then I can adjust it side to side and move forward with my project. Thank you, Carol. That is very, very nice of you. Let me see here. That's what actually was sold, picked up black chrome. Now I didn't do no black chrome yet. That'll be towards the end if I do that for the chrome trim. Still debating on which way to go. I really am with the chrome or the black chrome, but I really want to test out that black chrome. And Wayne is saying to hi. That is Heather's buddy, Wayne. And let me see. And Heather could come in and get you out of the great Hobby Lobby, no pizza. Can you believe that happened, Darren? And she didn't know she was going to be on film. Well, I didn't know she was going to be either because I answered the phone. I usually silence my phone and I screwed up and forgot. And boom, the phone rang. I didn't get pizza. I got Hobby Lobby, though. If you looked into an infrared heat lamp on a stand, or sold out for Aqua Du Pratia. Oh, wait, Gary, I've seen them at Lowe's, I think, in all sincerity. I know what you're talking about. I thought they were propane operated. I can't remember now. And what do you have here? Wayne, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. How many people? We got 65. I hope the like buttons. Smash the like button, folks. And a little cold here today, Heather. And let me see here. Dawn, how are you? I Slade, is there a front side, back side to throw out bearing on the conversion kit? Your your throw out bearing can only go on to one way. The side that spins, if you put, you know how you put your finger on and spin the throw out bearing, like the face of it, that will face the engine. Is the way that will face. I hope that makes sense. When you put it in the bell housing, so to speak, the part that spins will be facing you. So, and if if not, look at my video and it'll make complete sense, my friend. I think the best thing I done was to convert over to the newer style. I really do. I never got to worry about wiring the throw out bearing into place so it holds. Let me see here. I do the table, but I never do it alone, and it really helps. But I'm not a doctor, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express. I forgot about that, Rick. I remember that on commercials. Let me see here. First time here on chat from Australia. Let's welcome in Wayne, Mr. Randell. Thank you for being in here and welcome aboard. It's like a family in here. Let me see here. We have, yes, happy pre-Thanksgiving week. Slammin', welcome in. I didn't catch you earlier. Did you just sneak in late? I didn't see you earlier. Yeah, I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving coming up. It's right around the corner. Each year goes faster as I get older. Yes, pump outside, one head on the inside, the heat, air conditioning. We actually have one in our house. Okay, it's funny you brought that up because that company offered me one. Now I've got to go back to the emails because I didn't focus much on it because I'm like, I don't want to get something I really don't need. I don't like doing that to companies. Maybe I should have answered them a little quicker because I think I answered late and I blew it off. But I'll go back through my emails and see. I didn't know how hard it would even be to hook up. You know what I mean? So let me see. Got to head out. Have a good holiday. Thanks for hosting. Thank you, Schmoke. Thank you very much for the live chat donation. My brain stuck for a minute there. That's not unusual for me though, but thank you very much for the donation. I really, really appreciate that. And let me see here. Back 2023, I had all sorts of fusion through pain management. I have had no issues until I fell, but it's very invasive. I was able to do things in 3 weeks. I was fully recovered. Yeah, and I did hear that the surgery for a bulging disc, you're in and out in like 4 or 5 hours. You're back home. You rest for 3, 4 weeks, and you're good as new. So if I have to get it in, I will. But trying to do some decompression and see if I can make it right again because I don't feel mine's bad enough, if that makes sense. When you can depress them, make sure you drink plenty of spring water. Take some glucosamine, conjointrin, gelatin supplements. I do take the glucosamine and conjointrin every day because Heather makes me take a conglomerate of stuff. And I don't take gelatin supplements, and I've heard about that. I'll have to bring it up to Heather. Yeah, I don't think I take gelatin. Yeah, that would be a good thing to take. Thank you. I appreciate that, Mike. I'll look into that. But I know I'm supposed to stay hydrated really well. I have pop or soda, but not smart, I don't think. Yeah, we did go to Pascalino's. Was that the same day, Heath? Because they are really, really good in all honesty. I love Pascalino's. We had 65 likes. Okay, we got 63. He said we're 65 or 63 in here. The doctor had me go for x-ray last month. Results indicate I have age-related degenerative disc disease. We will see what the results in the MRI says. That stinks, James. And there, when I punched in, I lost my place here. When I punched in stuff, degenerative disc came up, and there was people on YouTube talking about healing it. And I didn't look at it, obviously, but there is stuff on YouTube about that also, like things you can do to relieve the pain. And I take collagen peptide. I take a really good brand every day in my coffee now in the morning, but I've only been on it for a week or two, and that's supposed to really help with the degenerative disc, rebuild everything. I'm Aussie with the VW trike here. Oh, that's awesome, Wayne. Trikes. My buddy had a trike, and I'm sure everybody knew somebody with a trike, just like a Beetle. But Trikes make it a little nicer when you can walk right over the engine and mess with it. Let me see here. Slade, the painter at the helicopter, currently the center, used those heat lamps for localized painting projects in the hangar. Michael said his paint projects are perfect. And it's nice to heat the part. I always try to heat my metal up with the heat gun first before I paint. And I know people go, why are you doing that? Because I want to, but I like heating the parts up first. So I agree. I'll bet that did help. There's no doubt about that. If you find a low off gassing rubber mats, 1-inch thick and cover a rug outlet for clearance store, you can keep the floor insulated, helps so much more. Cardboard, cheaper option. Yeah, I got concrete floors, excuse me, and they're cold on the feet, but I never complained when I was young. I mean, thank you very, very much, Toby and Liam, for the donation. And I'm not laughing at that. The pizza's on me. I just saw it now. Thank you for the super chat donation. I'm sorry. You caught me off guard. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That one made me laugh. Everybody knows I like pizza too much. Let me see here. One also 79 likes. I can't see the dang likes because the way my chat's set up here, I'm seeing something different than you are. Nothing weird though. Well, my life is weird though. But it's 12:53 here now. Monday in Sydney. You mean, oh, okay, 12:53. Okay. I was thinking something else. Never mind. That's like a military time type thing then. Stay away from gabapentin. I don't know what that is. I never heard of that before. Gabapentin. Yeah, I must stay away from it because I don't know what that is. 79 likes. Have you been feeding the bees? Heather. I never feed her to the bees. I love her so much. Just kidding, Rick. She's got all kind of stuff going on outside. She may have answered you though here. Let me see. Dinner time. Catch you guys on the flip side. Thanks, Nate. Thanks for being here, brother. And thanks for always communicating. I appreciate that very much. Nate and I talk back and forth on Messenger. Sometimes it takes us a day or two to get back and forth, but that's normal though. Slade once Michael had his bulging disc under control through lots of therapy many years ago. It's been fine. It only acts up when he neglects his exercises. And that's what I was told once I get it right, because I heard decompression, certain stretches, sitting different can pull the disc back. Then you got to behave yourself and stay on it. So, and I definitely will. Phosphoric acid and pop is very counterproductive to healing you're trying to do. And truthfully, Mike, this soda that I have here, or pop, whatever, there was a half a glass of it sitting in the fridge, and I got lazy and grabbed it because Heather opened it and went, ew, she's not into all that. And I normally chug a lot of water now lately, just water, water, water. Heather makes homemade iced tea with no sugar, so I do have that a little bit. I can't help it. I do enjoy my iced tea, but yes, very counterproductive. You're very right, Mike, about that. There's nothing good about a lot of the stuff that I was doing with soda or pop, whatever, and potato chips late at night. And then I wonder why my stomach expanded. I have an idea. Had a surgery on L5S1. It's great for about 5 or 6 years, and it came back. Ugh. Oh, scar tissue hitting the nerve. Decompression works. Regenerative disc disorder. Also, can't say enough about decompression. And you know, and that's funny, Kevin. Well, not funny, but when I went on YouTube, not that YouTube is the answer to everything in life, but when I went on there and Slater, what is up, brother? The big thing besides, you know, a couple of these certain stretches and how to sit properly with something pushed behind your lower back, because we all kind of sit like slouch sometimes, but they said have a firmer cushion on your couch and blah, 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 was the big thing was the decompression, using an inversion table and blah, blah, blah. So I'm kind of a little excited tonight now. Like I have a little more hope, you know what I mean? And Kevin, that's okay. It's Slades VW community. Yeah, if I I try to put that on here, I'll end up booting out. There we go. That's the name of the infrared lights. I was reading Gary's post while I was commenting. That's the name of the. See, we have bloopers on here. You don't have to watch the videos now because I'm trying to multitask in my brain, and it don't work very good sometimes. Uh, Sweet tea with honey and mint. I like sweet tea. I just know I shouldn't be liking sweet tea is the problem. I have to be in here. Better go do shopping, chat later, and hi, Heather. Sounds good, Wayne. I hope you have a great upcoming Thanksgiving, my friend. Those infrared lights are also made in electric. Yeah, the only one I knew about was the propane at Lowe's, but I didn't know they had the electric. I mean, it isn't that I'm trying to be warm. I need the car to be a little warm, you know what I mean, while I'm spraying. And I'm going to do a fender here, a fender there, so I don't have to heat it up and do the whole car at one time. So I need to do the dash next. I'm very far behind on that. Heather said, I'll put it up. Thank you, my dear. I went through physical therapy last year for my neck and upper back. So 12 weeks into it and didn't work. So my doctor is having an MRI done. And you know, James, my doctor recommended physical therapy, but then acted weird about it at the same time. He's like, I just don't want it to make you worse. I'm like, well, I'm not going after he said that. And KTSO scale, welcome in. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And I may know who that is, but all the nicknames have changed because I don't know what YouTube has done, why that's happening. Tai Chi has some good things for the back. Yeah, you're probably right, Rick. There's no doubt about that. Slade Michael said, YouTube can reduce medical costs. We will just watch videos perform the surgeries at home. I'll do video on that next. What told Hughes to? Well, I better watch. Thank you, Heather. I appreciate it, babe. I do. The Facebook group is awesome. Every once in a while, we get a knucklehead. That's going to happen. It's life. People get in there, they're behind our keyboard, and then they get all wild and woolly, you know. But for the bigger part, I think what I really get excited about is a lot of folks will say, this is one of the better groups. And I don't mean that in an egotistical way. It's just I don't allow the arguing or put downs on there. I don't like it. And Mr. Barnhart, you have a great Thanksgiving, brother. I'll see you on Facebook. But thanks for coming in. That made my night. It really, really did. He has nice koi pond, his gray, beautiful cat, and I need to get a life. But because there's certain folks that pop up on my stuff every day. He always says good morning all the time, and I hit a like on it because sometimes I think I need that. You know? But is that a clock blinking in the background? Oh, yeah, there is. It says 1:44. So that means I've been on here for like 6 hours. Actually, I guess the power must have flickered. I missed it or something. Thanks for trying to pull it off. I got to get some rubbing alcohol for my tools. Stay tuned next week for Mike's channel. He's going to remove an appendix. Oh, okay. Getting slap happy. I've been doing Tai Chi for 10 years and it's helped my back issues. That's interesting. I didn't I never really gave that much thought, but it would make sense though, in all sincerity. When it acts up, it literally causes my left arm to lock up. It sucks because I'm left-handed. I'm left-handed too, James. So that wouldn't be fun though, regardless. I truthfully, thank you, Jim. It's always a great time on here. It always is. I noticed when my feet went numb, I'm like, uh-oh, something's not right. But I wasn't concerned. I knew it was nothing like, you know, the horrifying things. But it stinks when your body parts start going, hey, I'm not happy. You better do something like right now. I thought it was his vice blinking VCR. Yeah, it's funny. Say VCR. That's an old clock radio. I found it at the secondhand store. I got to reset the time now. Anytime I'm at the secondhand stores, I legitimately try very hard to find old clocks. I have them. No, Heather doesn't have one. I have one on my nightstand. Remember the little white ones, the electric ones, and they plugged in. They're from the 60s, 70s. I find them brand new in the packages. Like, who bought that 40 years ago and didn't open it? That's kind of weird. There's a Facebook group. Yes, Mr. Miller, there is. Slades VW community. Awesome folks on there. There really, really are. And also, everybody's always helping each other because I can't be on there all the time, obviously. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Thanks for the advice. Absolutely, Blair. Happy Thanksgiving to you. We'll be eating like maniacs by the end of the week. Well, close to the end of the week. And Heather just put that up. And Heather's on her game tonight, man. Wow. General stretching, very low impact. Yeah, as I'm getting older, that's what I need. Low impact. Sweet. Just request to join. Thanks. You know what, Mitch? I'll check that out around 11 tonight. Because I got to do a couple things when I get off of here very shortly, actually. And then I'll go ahead and let you in, sir, because I have it private. So that way we don't get the knuckleheads coming in and doing stupid stuff. Make your back better, become right-handed. Everything I do mostly is right-handed for except like two things. I even played a right-handed guitar and I'm left-handed. Because back in the day when I started playing, long story short, I couldn't afford a left-handed guitar. They wanted extra. So I played the guitar right-handed. Great show, Slade. Have a nice week. Thanksgiving, everyone. Have a lot to be thankful for. Thank you, Carol and Mike. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. God bless you both. Thank you for always being here. I appreciate that. Yeah, Alita, I have 2 or 3 VCRs still from back in the day. And I actually used one recently to dub all of my kids, our family videos when they were young into the computer, and it worked fine. And Buzz Chop Top, good night to you. He's got to head out, pick up something that my wife bought on the marketplace. I hope it's something cool. He may have already left. Thanks for being here. And Pamela, how are you tonight? And I just lost my place. There we go. And hey, Slade, I got lower back issues too. I was told to get back surgery. I chose core exercises instead. See, you're all giving me a lot of hope here because that's what I'm choosing to do. Figure out how to heal it on my own. I don't want to go under the knife if I don't have to, because then sometimes weird stuff happens. I hope everyone has a great Turkey Day. I do too, Lisa. Holidays are coming and going fast. Mr. Kirkpatrick, I'll start with display conversion and kingpins this week. If you need any help, Bill, just give a yell. I will be there. Well, online. I wish he lived closer. I think he's about 3-4 hours away. I can't remember now. Pumpkin pie. I love pumpkin pie. Heather always makes it every year. I think twice. I can't wait for travel theme. Sleepy time. Uh-oh. Kevin is going night nights, and hopefully she bought a VW. I'll be headed out in a few moments here. Let me see. Sounds good. No rush at all. And I have a love-hate relationship with the marketplace. Well, because you're always dealing with a little bit of, people. Oh, isn't that fun? Hey, have a good night, everyone. It's always been fun times. And good night, James. And tell Sue we said hello, and I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. You could have just flipped the guitar and got a left-handed nut. I think Jimi Hendrix, I think he played the guitar upside down. Could be wrong, though. Could be wrong. I usually am. But I think Jimi Hendrix played the guitar upside down. I'm almost certain he did. That's what I was doing. Somebody's Googling it right now. That's what I was doing, reminiscing, watching my old Disney movies as well. A good Disney movie to watch is Herbie. Very educational. Good night, Miss Vito. Oh, that's there we go, Toby. I'm not used to this since the nickname switched. Thank you for the super chat donation, Toby, and I hope you and Liam and your whole family have a beautiful Thanksgiving. And let me see here. Have a good Thanksgiving. Good night. And Kevin also. And I'm going to go pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving. Everybody's going to Alita's for Thanksgiving for sweet potato pie. Thank you, Alita. We will be there. Okay, let me see. He did. And he played upside down because he didn't have a left-handed guitar. Okay, that's what I thought. I really liked him. Really liked. He was amazing with the guitar, and there was a lot of great guitarists though. I don't know if he's still on her backyard combi. Greg, friend of mine from out west. There's a YouTube channel of them. Good night, Heather. Have a good night. She's downstairs in her craft room. She's getting ready to leave. Uh, they have a band out west, California, and that's all the information I'll give. That's up to him. They have a YouTube channel where they put up a couple things, and I love. Greg plays bass, very nice guy, and they have a small band that is just awesome. It's that, remember Pipeline, like Safaris, like it's that type of music, that surfing style. I really hate to label the actual style. When he puts something up once in a while, I put it on loop and I sit there and listen to it. It just makes me happy. I envy him. I wished I could be doing that. Wife makes my pumpkin chiffon pie, mixed pumpkin and whipped cream. Okay, we will stop by Rick Davies also on Thanksgiving. That'd be fun if I could bounce around Thanksgiving and see everybody. That would really make my holiday go good, you know. But okay, I'm going to head out too. I normally stay on to about 9:30, but Heather's leaving, so I want to talk to her. And Bob Putty, let's all congratulate him super quick before we leave because they had just bought a home and they will be moving. So we wish them safe moving and good luck and a wonderful Thanksgiving to Bob and Vicky. Wonderful people that I get to see a couple times a year now, hopefully. And turkey, pork short, potato salad, mashed potatoes, baked rice, and cheese. Wow, casserole with tasteless Spanish rice. Alita, I'm just moving in. That is a heck of a lot of food. Okay, I hope everybody has a beautiful holiday. I really do. Please be safe. Watch for drunk drivers and all that crap when you're traveling with the holidays. You know how that goes. And don't drink and drive. But God bless you all. I love you folks. What a great family we have here. You'll see a couple videos this week. I'll try my best with the holiday coming. But and then I'll get back to normal soon. That's why the videos have been a little weird, but I'm sure you can understand that. Happy Thanksgiving. God bless you. Everybody enjoy your holiday, and we're all big family. I'll see you next Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern.